The project I'm working on now is a Charizard. So this Charizard comes in 8 pieces. So there's the head, 2 arms, 2 wings obviously, a body, a tail, and 2 legs. So I'm really kind of excited about this model. After I printed it, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good size, and it's posable on how I want to put it together. So the tools I've got is a pair of needle nose pliers, a pair of cutters, a pick, and a razor blade. I'm not sure what I'm going to need as I take off the extra plastic and I clean up the pieces. So let's get started. Start with a leg and see what I can come up with. Hey, kitty cat, you can't do that. So my cat wants to help. She wants to take on and play with the razor blade, and that's never a good thing for a cat. All right. So there's the first foot. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Looks like it printed off pretty well. The toes look good. There isn't a lot of contour lines on it. So it looks pretty good. So set that right up over there. And we'll do the other foot. No, my cat wants to help out so bad. She's going after one of the feet. She wants to play. She always wants to play. All right, so we've just about got the other foot cleared out. I need the pick. There is some plastic in the hole there. We got that out. So again, the claws look good. Doesn't look like there's any real contour lines. Maybe a little bit on the top there. So they both look pretty good right now. All right, next is the tail. This should come apart pretty easy. All right. So we'll get it out of the attachment points. All right, so this has got a lot of print stuff on the bottom here that I'll have to clean up. A little bit on the flame that I'll have to clean up, but that's what the liquid plastic will do. That in a file, and I should get it all looking pretty good. That's probably the biggest issue with it. There is some contour lines on the top. Again, I guess between a file and the liquid plastic, I should be able to get that all cleaned up. All right, let's go to the body next. All right, so we've got quite a bit of extra plastic on it, here and there. Looks like we got them, there, we got it all off. So again, on the bottom, there's quite a bit of unclear printing, whatever, however you want to call that. Again, with the liquid plastic and file and stuff, I should be able to get that all smoothed out and looking good. So you can see the contact points. There's a little bit of contouring here on the top. The contact point for the head, the wings, the arms, the legs, and the tail. So the tail would go on something like that. So obviously I'm going to have to work on getting it to fit. so that's the body. So let's do the head next. See what we come up with on the head. All right, so we got the base off. Get all the supports off next. That's going to be the tough part here. Use the needle nose. Alright, so what do we got here? Take my glasses off. So we got a little bit of roughness around the chin and the upper jaw, but the tongue looks good. A little bit of cleanup on that. That's what we got the pick for. Some plastic out of there. There we go. And it looks pretty good. Looks like there's a couple teeth there. It looks pretty good. I'm happy with the way it looks. Like I said, there's a little bit of touch up we're gonna have to do on the chin, as you can see. But it's looking pretty good. So that would go on like so. All right. So let's do the hands. These are probably what I'm concerned about the most because of the claws. I seem to have a hard time printing claws, but these look really good. Now, again, there's a lot of roughness on the back side, but I'm pretty sure I get that cleaned up. There's a little bit of contouring on this side too, but the claws themselves look good. So again, between the liquid plastic and a file, I think we get that all smoothed out and looking good. So that's one claw. So let me see if I get the other one off. Yeah, there we go. So again, it's the same problems, same issues I had with the other one. There's a little bit of roughness on the underside and a little bit of contouring on the top. The claws themselves look solid, look good. So I'm really happy with that. So, lastly, the wings. So on the wings, you can see quite a bit of contouring, which is what I expected. They're big, relatively thin pieces and stuff, but I put in a lot of supports in that. So, okay, again, there's a lot of roughness on the back. I think we could get that all straightened out. There's a rib right here that we're going to have to make sure that we don't lose. All right. So the liquid plastic should help these out quite a bit. Now it looks like I'm going to have quite a bit of work getting these wings to look good, but I think in the end it'll all pay off because I think once I get this all ready for assembly, this is going to look really sharp. All right, the last wing is what we've got. Again, I've got that roughness on the back side, and there's a rib there that we need to keep in. There's contour lines on this one, but not nearly as much as that one, and I'm sure that has to do with the shape. All right, these will go like this. Look at that. They're going to go like that. Yep. Like that and like that. So, okay. So, overall, I'm pretty happy This is a PLA printer that I printed it on, so it doesn't give you the details that a resin printer would. Excuse me. But I'm really happy with the results. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is getting all the pieces cleaned up, making it look good, getting it, and then I will spray paint with a primer, a black primer, and get it all looking good and getting it ready to be painted. I think I'm going to paint these pieces individually. And the last thing I'm going to do is assemble. And then I'm going to have to use the liquid plastic to get around the gaps on the individual pieces. I think that's going to be the plan. I'm going to have to kind of see how this works over time and stuff. So, so that's my thought. So that's the Charizard. Again, I'm really excited to see how this all turns out. I'm happy I was able to find a Charizard with multiple pieces because of the intricacies of this model. I needed to find one that was in more than one piece. Now, when I print, I try to add as many supports as I can. And how I determine if I have enough supports is that I add my supports, I change my view to the top, and if I see an outline around the piece of the supports, then I feel I have enough supports. So the next thing will be prepping the pieces.